Hi and welcome to another video of Dad's RC Hangar. Only seems like yesterday we was actually doing the unboxing of the EFXtra, or I call it EFXtra. I don't know how it's pronounced, but hey, whatever. Today we're going to do the build. Now I have looked at the documentation online, which is the build manual, and there's hardly anything to it. But there's a few surprises. Let's build this. Okay, and we're back. Okay, first of all, I've put some few things out on the table with the pack that I thought was a party nose, and some bit of wood and whatever the hell that was, and some other bits and pieces. Not exactly sure what they're all for, but they're all add-ons. Now I will leave a link in the description of the download of the manual. And I found something really interesting, that this is not only a super duper racer watch me, see me if you can, but it also can be a slope soarer. Yes, you don't need the propeller. So basically, if you've got the nose here, you can leave the engine intact, I believe. You just put this nose on there. I would have thought you could put it with some sort of tape or bits and pieces. But yeah, it's just obviously, you don't even have that. There you go, look, you've got a slope soarer. So you just throw it and off the slope and just use it as a bit of a glider, which I thought was pretty cool. It's just another little thing to play around with it. So that's quite, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, that would fall off probably. So I would stick some tape on that. Whether it pulls off the paint or not, I don't know, but that's what that's for. Pretty cool, huh? If you like that sort of thing. Now, the FPV. So basically we do remove this. This does get removed. And I suppose you can see now what this is for. This little magnet, which I probably won't be able to go for if I can. It's actually for the body that we're about to make. Now, as I say, the manual is pretty good. I haven't downloaded it. Haven't got a clue what these are for yet. Or this. I've literally had a look at it this morning, but we'll put them to one side. We'll find out what these are. I do know what this funny thing is for now. This basically sits on the front. It's your camera protector, so your camera will pop through here. You use your sort of similar camera to quadcopters. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, but I haven't got one. But it's the normal small FPV cameras that you can put on quadcopters on the front. I think Runcam do them, as well as many other people. But yeah, this basically, when this is built, screws on there like that, and I mean, it does look a bit ugly, I must admit, with the aerial out the back. I mean, here's in fact, here's a picture. I'll quickly whack a picture on there. There you go. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. But then again, you're saying to me, well, actually, you know, I'm not actually looking at the plane, I'm looking inside the cockpit. Too true. Right. So, first of all, it's a bit like an airfix kit. We need to trim off these units. They've got little sort of like connectors, just as they was sawn or lasered. I don't know. I can't see if they. I would have thought they'd been lasered because they've been sprayed this aluminous green. You can't really tell if there was laser, but I would have thought everything's lasered these days, isn't it? I mean, you don't want to sit there cutting it out unless you're an enthusiast that likes cutting and making models, which I think is fantastic. Me, I don't think, you know, I'm terrible at best of times at measuring and everything else. You know, the old saying, you know, measure twice, cut once. I measure about 50 times and I still get it wrong. But hey, we can't be good at everything. So I'm just going to get rid of these, get these pieces off. Chat about bits and pieces, I guess. So FPV, yes. I was going to wait until I got. In fact, I forgot to put the link of iNAV on the unboxing video, so I will put that on this one rather than edit it and add it to the YouTube again. But I don't know what one I'm going to put it in yet. I would have thought the iNAV I would probably test on the Navy Cup before I go anything as fast as this. Navy Cub's much more scale flying. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I've got to wait till it comes. I mean, it's coming from America. I have found, I mean, I do need a receiver, is it, for the goggles? Or is it a transmitter? And there's a receiver for the goggles, isn't it? And I've been looking around the internet. I mean, there's immersion and all sorts of other things, but they're not in stock in the UK. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You look at many hobby shops and, you know, it's hard to find. But I've still, you know, I mean, if there's any brilliant FPVs out there, which I'm sure there is, maybe one that's watched this, let us know what I can use. I've got a set of Fat Shark goggles, version 2, I think. We'll get them out in a minute. Well, not in a minute, later on. And you can tell me what's good for that. Because I'm a total noob. I mean, I'm a noob at flying, but total noob at FPV. But I had to go out some goggles, and it's pretty cool. You know, I think I'll probably find it easier to fly with goggles than without goggles. It's because I should have been a pilot. That's what it was. Right, so you've got them bits and pieces. I'm going to throw them away in a minute. Now I have got my Dremel. This one I got from yeah, you guessed it, Hobby Key. It's pretty cool. You know, we can just buff down those edges, the cut edges. This is not exactly the best. I need to get some more bits for it, really, like little sandy bits. But this will do for now. I mean, I can always glue it together and make it look a bit more sexy. I mean, this is all kind of seen, really, when you put the plane down, so maybe I'll just spray it some luminous paint as well. There you go. Better than watching paint dry, you're saying? Yeah. I think what we'll do, and that's not too bad, those two. Slide over there you go. Fantastic. Right, so I have yeah. I'll get some sandpaper out. I've run out of fine sandpaper, but okay. So this is basically the base. Now, in this we get your magnet, or should we leave that to last? We'll leave that to last. Right. So that is the back. This is the front, and as I say, it's I'm going by. I am looking at the instructions, so we're just going to sort of roughly put these in place. We're not going to glue them. There's one here now. Does that fit? There, okay. So, you know, push these in. I mean, they're pretty tight fit. You know, they've been laser cut, obviously, so they're like, you know, millimetre or less than millimetre. Perfect. Very weird. Feels weird. The paint on the wood, I guess. So that's gone in really nice, actually. I mean, we can, you know, you can sand them down, make them look a bit more glamorous. But this is just your camera holder, to be honest. And probably, in fact, what I'll do, I'll take that one of these out, which I'm not going to be. Oh, sorry, there you go. Because, and I broke it. Yeah, I snapped that bit. See, this is what happens when you meant to. It's okay. We can glue it. We have the technology, because once this goes together, it's gone together. I'm just sort of chatting to you and not looking what I'm doing. So this apparently goes in here. Let's just be a bit more gentle with it, shall I? We've got a back piece, and that goes right. I see. Sorry. Let's do this. So this back, these two pieces, they fit together. And so don't worry about too much about sort of what I'm doing and oh my god, I can't see what he's doing. I will put a link. We'll put a link for you in the description. So that if that goes in there like so, I mean, I think the picture's a bit more. It doesn't show you step by step. It just shows you how it goes together. So maybe it's a good idea to watch what I'm doing so then you don't make the same mistake, maybe. Right, so really I think we should have put this together first. So the two sides should have gone in first, then you push it in. But that's how that sits like that anyway. You can see that, yeah. And it's that little fits in the back there, right, okay. He says, now there is a piece at the back, but that looks like it actually fits around it. There's another piece here, and I think that one fits in between there. And then that fits in there, by the looks of it. How that holds in, I don't know, but and then you've got a front piece, still another piece, an extra piece. Oh, kidoki. Yeah, it doesn't show that piece, so I've got that bit there. I got that bit there, that bit there. Does show the magnet, which obviously fits in there, so that's what's going to hold down, like the canopy. Okay, so that's going to go there. So this one will, my little broken one that I will stick in a moment. It's only the back, it's not to be an end all. In fact, let's just get this out nice and slowly if I can, without breaking it. He says, if I push on that, actually, there you go. Everybody that does model making with wood is cringing at watching me do this, I know. But hey, this is all about being an amateur in the world of RC. Right, so basically we put it together like that. Okay, you see me how that goes together. You'll see on the manual it shows all these bits, but put it together before it pushes in. And I think that's the only bits that go in, so we can... I'll put some wood glue, get my wood glue on that section. It's wood after all. Stick a bit of wood glue on there. There you go. Lovely a jubbly. Push it in there. Squishy squish. There you go. Has it gone in? Yes, lovely. And then that pushes in the holes that we had before. So I think I would have been okay if I'd have not done Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to pull it out, you know, done like the other one. But that will stick. And there's our little FPV carriage, or the camera carriage should I say. Now it's got one that goes on here. Now it's got screw holes there, but it only shows when you put the canopy on. As I say, I'm looking, it's not that great of detail, but we know that one goes there. This one goes here. Maybe we will stick it. Maybe they get stuck down there with glue, and that's the magnet. That fits in there. I'm just reading. So this does go over here, you see. To when you've got the camera sitting in there. Let's drop all that out. It does fit over here, and it's got little dents where the screws go, but it doesn't show what it screws into. And these haven't got a screw either. And I've got two of these. I've already got one here, haven't I? I've got like two for some reason, and I don't know why. Does that? Maybe that goes, no, because that's definitely for the magnet, so it won't go there. So we can glue the magnet in place, and that will all stay like that. So that's, and this one does go on the front, and there's little screw holes here, but it doesn't show you. It shows 4 screws for the canopy, 2 from the side and 2 from the side, which hasn't got the holes, and 2 there. So presumably the screw holes go into here to hold it into place, which doesn't make sense because that's where the camera sits. Without a camera, it's kind of hard to actually see. I haven't got a little diddy camera that fits in there, but you'll see on the instructions that I will leave down on leave on the forum. The forum? What am I talking about? The YouTube. Right, YouTube link. Right, as you can see there, I think these two here and here are what this plastic screws into, and then the side holes screw into there if you want to. But that's what that's for. That's like, you know, to let air go over all your FPV stuff. Excuse me. Yes. So I guess that will stick down. You can put a bit of glue in there. So once it's all in, I'll give it a nice little rub down. Still don't know what this is for. Maybe this is like an extra, because it's basically the same as the tail. I've got two. I mean, I don't think two go there, do they? I mean, it does show you. It doesn't. It just shows you as that is. It doesn't show you in the picture. It just says one. Okay, so we've got a spare. Why? I don't know. Maybe if we crash that breaks off, but God knows. But I reckon that could do with a bit of glue. So we'll glue that. So we put a bit of this is just Evo stick wood glue, just standard wood glue. I've got other glue that I can use. Got some Gorilla Glue, but this will do. It's just to stick it down. Don't get too mad. There you go, a bit of glue. And plop. Let's get a bit of cloth there. I could probably use some hot glue, but it's not worth it. Just wipe that off. Goes clear anyway, but we don't want excess. And then the magnet. Now, I don't know what would be good to glue that in, really. Metal to wood, I don't know. But it needs something, doesn't it? Super glue, probably. Super glue. Super glue would do it. And have I got some super glue? Have I got some super glue? No. Of course I haven't. Let me just go and have a look. You look at that lovely piece of shiny new stuff. So anyway, so once that has got its magnet, so I'm going to put these two. I believe this will probably be, I know exactly what this is for actually. This is probably going to have screws in there, so when it sits in there, it holds it in place underneath. That's that bit there. You see, so it's a little tongue that'll go in and snap down, and then your cover will fit over there like so. Your aerial pops up here, which I presume that's to hold the aerial. Your camera and all your cables go through there. Look at that. And that will be your FPV plane. Pretty cool. Well, I'm not going to bore you anymore with that. I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm going to find some wet stuff to spray so I can use the Gorilla Glue. That sticks to the magnet. I'll find out later on what screws those are. Not a biggie, we've got tons of screws here, but that's just a lip so it fits underneath to stop it popping up. And then we'll work out sort of once that is there. I mean, as I say, I've got to get a camera for FPV anyway, so we can always revisit this, but it gives you the idea, and I'm sure people out there who have got FPV cameras will know exactly what is going on. Still not sure what these are for yet, or the kind of clear canopy. It doesn't really say, and it doesn't show you the pictures you just saw a little while ago. And I've unglued that, look. Oh, dear me, what am I like? Maybe that's from, I don't know, it doesn't, God knows. Well, let's leave that to dry. We can go back to that. That's fine. I'll find out what these are for. I mean, I was looking at the instructions and I couldn't exactly see what they were for. So, okay, let's get on to the plane itself. It's pretty easy, actually. I mean, I've got a new somewhere. It's on the other side of the table, but I've got like a receiver. Let's get rid of these. Now, the receiver actually fits in the middle there, which is pretty cool considering all the cables come from here. So that's a nice little place. I haven't got a lipo sensor. I've run out of lipo sensors. I've ordered some more. So electronics will be probably maybe another video. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, so let's get our small plane Durafly. If I can get that in there. Which one's the bigger end? It still doesn't fit properly, but anyway, there you go. Right, so the actual tail itself. Let's push this over here. I could really make this a bit bigger, I suppose, but your horizontal stabilizer or your elevators. Now it does say about putting, just got a clip here, so it does say push on the clip, does it? And it will pull out, it says. But I'm pushing on that and it's not popping out, which means to me it will probably need a screwdriver. Yep, screwdriver. To pop this open, maybe. It's got a little clip in it, I know that much. Oh, there you go. So that basically, if you push that, that's meant to push that up enough. So if that's in focus, you push that. Let's just push that so it focuses up. Right, you meant to push that and it opens up, but it didn't. I had to put a little screwdriver under that. But to be honest with you, this is not the sort of thing you're going to take in and off all the time. It does say about putting some glue on the instructions. Let's go back to our instructions, shall we? Let's have a look, see. To say I went PVV and started backwards, and I know what them things are for now. Aha! I knew that. Right, okay, so let's look at the instructions. They're pretty good instructions. You probably don't need me to tell you how to build it, to be honest. But hey ho. It does say use contact glue for extra security if desired. Well, not really. I think we'll leave it without glue. Because if we do crash, then trying to get it apart is going to be a nightmare. That's the way I look at it. At least if you hit the wing and you want to change it, not a problem. No glue. Right, so these actually just get pushed into here. These is really, really easy. Let's get it off this stand. It really doesn't need to be on it. So each got, there's a locator, two pins there. There you go, and that's that on basically. And if you can see that I'm looking for the two holes there, are for the two holes, two divots or pokey outy things there. And that fits in there like so. In fact, we will put this on because this stand's crap, by the way. It's very kind of hard to show you what I'm doing. There we go. So what I'm going to do is whack that together. I think maybe I need to press down. Oh, make sure I get that other side. That is it, is it? Wow, bang, we're in. Pretty simple, huh? There you go. Bit of gap here, but I think that's meant to be there. So, let's just push. Let's just push. Ah, there we go. Just needed another little oof together. You try and pull that away. That's not going anywhere. That's together. That's together. Now we've got. Obviously, these can be wound. I mean, we'll do our servo test to see if they need to be wound forward or back. It's pretty hard to do it in here. I'd rather do it in the rods inside, to be honest. Now I've got a little funky pair of pliers. If you can see those, can you see those? They've got some sort of dinosaur with a buck tooth. But these are for these. Let's just turn that round. Let's just find a way. God, I hate this stand. There we go. Right. So it's got a lot like a ball on the control horn. Control horn, yeah. They've got the ball fittings, which is a lot nicer than the screws. Hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? Try and, yeah. There you go. Focused. Okay. So all you need to do with these little is line up the hole, and then the little buck tooth goes in the top, and then press, bang, snap, on it goes. Then trying to put it. Now this one, obviously, as you can see, is way off. It'd be like that. If I done it, it'd be like that. But it's not a problem. I want to loosen them up in here because I prefer to have the excess at this end rather than mess about with that. So let's loosen this off, which you can do with the provided Allen key. In fact, that's the wrong one. Can't actually see me doing that, sorry. So we use an Allen key into these holders and turn them, and voila. This should move the back there. There you go, it's free to move. So once again, we put the hole over the ball, put our tooth on the ball underneath around the circle. He says, that's not on the circle. Oops, sorry. Get that on there. No, this doesn't want to do this that way. Maybe it'll do it the other way. Sorry. So you want the actual tooth part that's there on the underside of the ball bearing, or the whatever you call it, and then push these two sit either side, and if I can get it on, there we go. It's a bit fiddly, that one, don't know why. Then it fits on there like so. So all it's doing is just it holds the outside of the plastic ring and pops it onto the knuckle. Or well, I'm sure there's a name for it, but yeah. So that's it's nice. It moves about, as you can see. Sometimes it's nice if it gets loose. Sometimes it's not good. But what I'm going to do is just get that level. And you see that? See that? See, if I get that level, and I'll just quickly tighten it. So, as I say, we don't know about our servos yet, do we? So if that's kind of straight-ish, or it is straight, let's get the Allen key in there. Just hold that so it's level. Tighten it up, so then it's not sort of like. I presume these might get loose after the time. I'm not sure. But I think they're a bit stronger because obviously the flying is a fast flyer. So, and that is it. I mean, that's our rudder and horizontal stabilizers or elevators done. Do you see what I mean? It's not a hard build at all, he says, crossing his fingers. But that's pretty cool. Okay, we actually ran out of time. Time does fly when you're having fun, as they say. So let's get over to the second video. If not, keep safe and keep flying. See ya.